High above our planet, beyond the silence of the clouds and the glow of the atmosphere, something has been orbiting Earth. Something ancient, something dark, and something no one can fully explain. For decades, military operators, astronomers, and even NASA itself have pointed their instruments toward a mysterious object drifting in a strange orbit. Today, it is known as the Black Knight satellite, but the story begins much earlier than anyone expected. Long before humans launched their first satellites, strange signals began appearing in radio receivers. In the 1920s, as radio technology was just beginning, scientists picked up repeating echoes coming from space. Signals bouncing back 5, 10, even 15 seconds later. No natural phenomena could explain it. Some believed the echoes came from a hidden object orbiting Earth, something ancient, intelligent, and observing us. Years later, in the 1950s, the U.S. Air Force detected an unknown object in polar orbit. At the time, no country on Earth had the technology to place anything in that type of orbit. It shocked military analysts. It wasn't one of theirs. It wasn't Soviet. It wasn't even human-made. And yet, it was there, circling the planet silently. Then came the photographs. In 1998, during the STS-88 mission, NASA astronauts captured images of a mysterious dark object floating above Earth. Uneven shape, metallic surface, jagged edges, too complex to be space junk, too organized to be a rock. The images were released to the public, and that was the moment the name Black Knight satellite went global. NASA offered explanations. A dropped thermal blanket, they said. Debris from a previous mission. Harmless, forgettable. But people noticed something strange. The official explanation changed multiple times, and none of the explanations matched the object's shape from different angles. The mystery grew deeper. Some researchers believe the Black Knight has been here for 13,000 years, orbiting Earth long before the pyramids, long before recorded history. They point to the mysterious radio signals recorded in the early 20th century. Signals that seem to encode a star map pointing to Epsilon Bootis, a star system 20,000 light-years away. Could the Black Knight be a probe? A messenger? Or a guardian left behind by an ancient civilization? Others argue that governments know far more than they admit. During the Cold War, the object was reportedly tracked by multiple radar systems. Military documents reference unknown satellites of possible non-terrestrial origin. These files remain classified or heavily redacted, but the fragments that survived fuel the theories further. Why keep something harmless a secret? Then there are the eyewitness accounts. Amateur astronomers claim the object changes speed, changes orbit, and sometimes disappears entirely. Not like a satellite falling back to Earth, but as if it simply fades out of detection. No known human technology behaves this way. Nothing we've built can alter its orbit without leaving traces or burning fuel. But the Black Knight moves as if gravity itself does not fully apply. Of course, skeptics argue that the entire mystery is just a patchwork of unrelated events. Radio echoes, classified military tests, space debris, and misidentified objects. A story built from coincidence rather than truth. But even skeptics cannot explain everything. They cannot explain the object detected before satellites existed. They cannot explain the signals that mapped a star thousands of light-years away. They cannot explain the shifting orbit. And they cannot explain why something that shouldn't exist still continues to circle our world today. What makes the Black Knight satellite so compelling is that it sits at the edge of the known and the unknown. If it is real, and if it is truly ancient, then humanity might not be alone. Someone may have been watching us long before we were capable of watching back. A silent observer drifting above our skies, waiting for reasons we cannot yet understand. Some believe it is a warning system, monitoring our development. Others think it is a messenger, transmitting information to distant stars. And some, who take a darker view, think it is a remnant of a long-forgotten war between civilizations far older than ours. But in the end, the mystery remains unsolved. The Black Knight satellite continues its silent orbit, drifting through the darkness, patient and unmoving, not answering, not revealing its purpose, simply watching. And perhaps, one day, humanity will finally learn why. Until then, the Black Knight remains one of the greatest enigmas in our skies, a relic of unknown origin, a shadow above the world, a silent guardian, or something else entirely.